Let's get your Washington, D.C. LLC set up correctly and make sure you aren't overspending on any unnecessary startup fees or ongoing expenses. Here are the 7 steps to create your LLC. Also, sign up below for a free LLC formation checklist. Step 1, name your LLC. For a list of naming requirements, you can go to this page, but the most important thing when choosing a name is that it's unique. You must include limited liability company or an abbreviation like LLC at the end of the name. You can't use words like bank or credit union without prior approval, and can't use a name that might imply your business is some type of governmental department or agency. You'll find resources for everything we talk about in this video in the description below. Speaking of names, when you've decided on a name for your LLC, I would immediately go and reserve a domain name for your business. I'd recommend getting a .com domain if it's available. Most domain registrars charge from $10 to over $20 per year for a .com domain. We recommend getting a domain from spaceship.com because they have some of the lowest prices on the market for both the first year as well as for the annual renewals. Step 2, choose a registered agent. A registered agent is a person or business that will receive important legal documents and notices from the state on your behalf and forward them to you. Their address will be listed publicly, so I wouldn't recommend being your own registered agent and using your home address as the registered agent's address. Your registered agent must keep normal business hours Monday to Friday, and you can't use a P.O. box. If you want to keep your address private, or if you don't want to have someone at a particular address Monday to Friday, we recommend that you hire a registered agent. On this channel, we've reviewed multiple registered agents, and our 2 favorite are Doola and Northwest Registered Agent. More about them later on in this video. Step 3, submit the Articles of Organization to the DC Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection and pay the $99 filing fee. On the FAQ page, it says once submitted, it will be reviewed within 5 business days, unless the expedited option of 1 or 3 days has been selected and paid for. To have it expedited in 3 days, pay an additional $50. For same-day processing, pay an additional $100. The Articles of Organization will include company name, principal office address, registered agent's name and address, effective date, either leave it blank and it'll be effective as soon as it's processed, or dated up to 90 days in the future. Additional miscellaneous provisions, name and address of each member or manager who has interest or control of the company. Organizer's name and address, this is the person turning in this document. Their signature and the date. Step 4, obtain an employer identification number, EIN. This may also be referred to as a federal tax ID. Think of it as a social security number for your business. If you're the only owner of the LLC and you won't have any employees, you could use your social security number instead of an EIN, but in most cases it's better to have one. You may need one for banking, taxes, or for hiring employees. The application process is pretty straightforward and only takes a couple of minutes on the IRS's website. We have a video that walks you through the entire process that you can find down below. Step 5, create an operating agreement. This document will state how your LLC will be managed. District of Columbia law doesn't require you to have one, but I recommend creating one even if you're the only member of your LLC. Banks may also ask for a copy of your operating agreement when you go to open a business bank account. If you have a complicated situation with many business partners or investors, you may want to work with a lawyer to draft this document. But in many cases, especially if it's just you, you can use one of Northwest Registered Agent's free operating agreement templates that you'll find on this page. Step 6, open a business bank account. This will make it much easier to keep separate your business and personal assets and expenses. It will also help you maintain the liability protection your LLC provides. You'll find 2 videos down below, one on how to open a business bank account and another on the best business bank accounts. Step 7, get a business license and other filings. You must get a basic business license, which costs an additional $99 every 2 years. To get this license, you must follow these 4 steps. 2, we've already talked about. Form your LLC and get an EIN. But you also need to register your EIN with the DC Office of Tax and Revenue. Register with the Office of Zoning Administration as well. This depends on your location. If you're working from home, you can submit an expedited home occupation permit while applying for the business license. Then the last step is applying for your business license. To keep your business open and good standing, step number 8, file a biannual report and pay the $300 fee. Your first report is due by April 1st, the year after the calendar year that you formed your LLC. So if you formed it in 2026, the first report is due by April 1st, 2027, then every 2 years from then on. So the next one would be due by April 1st, 2029. You'll also need to stay up to date on all of your taxes. There is a DC franchise tax on DC sourced income that you may be required to pay depending on where your revenue comes from. If you're watching this video, I'm guessing this is the first time you're creating a business, and all these steps could sound overwhelming. The DLCP's website might not be the most user-friendly, and you could have questions along the way. Instead of going it on your own as I just described or paying a lawyer potentially thousands of dollars, I recommend working with a formation service to help you get your LLC set up correctly. There are 2 formation services that we recommend, Northwest Registered Agent and doola. The process is pretty simple with both of them. Before I walk you through how to form your LLC with one of them, here's when I would choose one over the other. We recommend doola if you need a registered agent and a virtual mailbox, something you're going to want if you work from home and don't have an office. You can get both of these plus an EIN and operating agreement paying doola $297 per year plus a state fee to form your LLC. Doola doesn't charge anything for the EIN, operating agreement, or for forming your LLC. If you only want to form the LLC and you don't need a virtual mailbox, I would go with Northwest because you only pay $39 plus the state fee for the first year, and you get an operating agreement and their registered agent service for free for the first year, and then pay $125 per year for year 2 and beyond for them to continue to be your registered agent. Also, if you want help with bookkeeping and taxes, you may want to check out one of these 2 doola plans. If you have questions on which service to choose, let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Let's run through how to create your LLC with Northwest. It's pretty similar with doola, it's just that each formation service will ask questions in a little bit different order. You'll find links to both in the description below. Here's what it looks like with Northwest. Click Get Started. LLC has already been selected. Scroll down to select District of Columbia. You'll see the standard processing is 7 days, paying the fee of $99 plus Northwest $39 fee. You can get it processed in 3 days, paying an additional $50, or 1 day by paying an additional $100. I'll go with the standard processing here. Click Continue. Enter the business name you'd like to use. If you have a lawyer and want them to receive a copy of any legal notices, select yes and enter their email. Otherwise, you can just leave it as no. Write a few words about the purpose of your business or select use a generic business purpose. Choose the physical address and mailing address you want to record with the state. I'll leave our registered agent's address selected for both. How will your LLC be managed? Will it be member managed or manager managed? Will the owners manage the business or you elect a manager to run the day-to-day operations of the business for you? If at any point you have questions, you can click on the question icon to learn more. And if you continue to have questions, you can contact them by phone. You'll see their phone number listed right here, or you can fill out this form on their contact page. I'll add my information as member 1 and leave selected our registered agent's address as the address to record with the state. If you have additional members, click Add Member and add their information. On this next screen, add your contact details, first and last name, phone number, and address. Create your Northwest account by entering your email and choosing a password. Here you can add their business identity bundle. You get a domain, website, email, and phone free for 90 days and then $21.60 a month, or you can add them individually down below. I'm not going to add any of these though. There are other services I would rather use for my domain, website, and business email. This is a good point to mention that we have a free training that'll walk you through everything you need when starting a new business. The logo, business name, domain, website, business email, business bank account, and more. You can sign up using a link in the description below. Here are some additional optional items that you may want to consider. I like that Northwest doesn't try to bundle these into different packages, forcing you to sign up for a more expensive package when you just want to add one additional item. If you don't want to deal with getting an EIN on your own, Northwest will get one for you for $50 if you have a social security number. Again, if you want to get your EIN directly from the IRS, our video in the description will walk you through step by step how to get one. You can elect to have your LLC taxed as an S Corp. If you're just getting started, you might not need this. This can help you save money on taxes, but normally it's not worth it until you're earning somewhere in the range of $50,000 to $100,000 of profit per year through your LLC. There's a video about S Corps down below. If you need a virtual mailbox, you can see Northwest doesn't offer this service in DC. You can have doola form your LLC. A virtual mailbox is included with any of their plans. Or you can get one from a business like Anytime Mailbox. If you've selected everything you'd like to add, click Continue. Fill in your payment information and click Done. In about a week, you should have your DC LLC. If you're having Northwest get your EIN, they'll ask you to fill in some additional information after the payment screen. If you found this video helpful and you'd like to support this channel, please don't forget to use our affiliate links in the description when forming an LLC. We could earn a commission at no cost to you. Now it's important that you don't make any common LLC mistakes with your newly created business. To avoid them, watch this video right here. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye-bye.